He's been sliding into my DMs.
Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Catherine, you know what I mean?
Catherine, can you please tell Casey that I love him? Okay. Then he wouldn't leave me alone.
Oh, nah.
There was like a cockroach the size of like this. It looked like a rat. Hi, I'm Catherine.
And I'm Omar.
And we're chatting all things Love Island All-Stars with Cosmo UK. So, can you remember when we interacted for the first time outside the villa? What was your first impression of me then? And did you watch my Love Island series?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I actually wasn't a mad Love Island watcher before.
So what made you want to just go on then?
It kind of just happened. Like,
yeah.
I got presented with the opportunity and I thought, like, I might as well. Actually, I was working in a school.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, I wanted to move on. And then, yeah, Love Island came up and then I went for it.
Okay.
What about you, though?
What was I doing? I was doing real estate.
You were doing real estate,
I was
yeah,
doing
I
real
remember you
estate,
saying.
commercial real estate. I loved it.
Yeah.
And then dating hasn't really worked. So again, when Love Island came up, I was like,
You thought, why not?
let's
Give it
see.
an opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Did I watch your series? I saw clips of it because after my series, I was just really, really busy. And then naturally, it just comes up on your page, and then I was watching bits and pieces. It was like all the dramatic moments, and I feel like you were in some of them as well, weren't you?
A little few. When do you remember when we first
met?
I'm trying to remember. I can remember.
Do you know what? I feel like it was the Gymshark event.
It was.
I think it was the Gymshark event.
Yes, it was.
And I was with like the girls. I think I was with Ella.
Yeah.
And then we met you. And,
I was with my friends.
The boys from your series.
And then we saw each other.
Yeah.
I keep going back to the time we saw each other out at
it was the House of CB event.
Yeah.
Guys, it was so funny.
What a story.
Basically, I walked in on my own and I was nervous because I don't really like walking into places by myself. So they had like these high steps going downstairs like to the cloakroom and the toilet and stuff. And I was walking and I must have missed my step. And then I didn't fall, but I fell and then my heel broke and like, oh my God, I was like, I'm by myself, my heel's broken, I have no shoes, like, what am I going to do? Then I saw Omar, and I was
for what reason? I wasn't even meant to go to that.
And then you were just there, and he was like my knight in shining armor because he held onto my arm until my shoe situation got sorted, which ended up me wearing slippers for the night, which I didn't mind.
You still looked cute with slippers and your dress on. Though.
Yeah,
was
like,
the main
I was like,
thing.
walk with me.
Yeah, it looked nice.
And he walked with me. He was being a gentleman. Ever since then I seen him in Torre Park, and he was like, "Oh, you didn't add me back on Snapchat." I remember you said that. Yeah, you did. And then I was like, "Oh, I didn't know that you added me." No, I didn't.
Show me up.
I didn't see it, to be fair. And ever since then, he always swiped back to me. I always swiped back to him. But, like, we never had, like, proper full-on conversation. It was just a little flirting here and there. Yeah. And then, And then
somehow we ended up on the show together.
I did not think Omar was going to be on Love Island All-Stars. I just didn't think because he was travelling. And I didn't want to ask the question as well because I like being surprised.
No, but I didn't know that I was going on as well.
Oh, until
remember,
last minute.
It was all snappy for me, yeah. Like, I left all in like 24 hours.
You were in the villa, literally.
Basically,
He flew out. Next day, he was in the villa.
Yeah.
I feel like they didn't know me and Omar's past. They didn't know Omar and I's past. But I feel like
we didn't make it like bait to anyone.
Maybe they just thought you were the perfect person for me.
No, but I do remember like I did have a questionnaire like ages ago, and they were like list some of the people that you.
And I was in there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, Catherine. You know what I mean? Gotta be honest.
Yeah, and then when I see him in the villa, it was like when we had our first day. It was like,
breath of fresh air.
A breath of fresh air because you knew you had someone there you fancied. You're like, okay, this can actually work. You know, he's been sliding into my DM, so yeah.
To be honest, it just made it easier. Like, you being there, because it's not like we had to force conversation. It was more like, on my days, I saw you a few months ago. Like, let's catch up. But, like, we'll catch up
and where we saw each other was like my shoe broke and you helped me.
Yeah.
And you didn't even see the end goal of my shoe. Like, you saw me in slippers. But yeah.
R.I.P. to the shoes, man.
R.I.P. to the shoes.
Which challenge did you enjoy the most and the least?
Okay.
Let's start with the least.
Ooh, with the least. Ooh.
I feel like I know which one it is for you, but I'm not gonna say it.
Which one is it for you?
Weirdly, the talent show.
Really?
It was fun, but then.
Why didn't you like it?
Remember, I spent like all day trying to practice.
Oh yeah. He spent hours
I was
trying to learn balloons. Like, I thought he had that skill from before because how good he was at them.
Yeah, no.
But he learned it that day.
I learned it that day, yeah.
Because everyone was like dossing around and laughing, trying to see what everyone else is doing. He was there just concentrating in the dressing room. I even
missed dinner.
Yeah, he even missed dinner because of his commitment.
Perfection, yeah.
In the moment, I feel like because you're on the spot, you're like, what is my talent? What's my talent? What's my talent?
Yeah.
So sometimes they may help you like, oh, maybe you could do this. And, you know, sometimes you're like, oh, yeah. I can do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Funny enough, I was like, I loved cake decorating. Like, I did, but I never tried it. Like, I watched 1,000 cake shows and I just.
Well, now you know how to decorate a cake properly.
And I was like, yeah. I was proud of myself. I was really proud of myself. And I was like, in between that or the tin whistle, which is like an Irish, like, flute.
Is that your actual talent though? Would that be your.
Well, I learned it as a kid. And I feel like I'm quite good at it.
So if you didn't do the cake, you would have done the tin whistle.
Yeah, and sang a little Molly Malone tune.
So I need to learn how to play the tin whistle now.
I'll teach you. It's actually such a lovely instrument.
If I didn't do the balloons,
I thought you were gonna rap. You know.
I thought they wanted me to rap as well because of what I was just always rapping in the villa.
Yeah.
But I actually wanted to play the drums, but I think it was too.
Can
difficult.
you play the drums?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like actual.
Really?
Yeah. I done it like in school. Took lessons throughout school.
Oh wow! I'm learning something new. Okay.
Yeah. I studied music in school.
Oh wow! I did not know this.
This is why I love music. When I always talk to you about music.
Yeah. Oh my god! I brought a drum from South Africa. You know, in the airport.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Maybe you played that.
I played the drums.
Boom, 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 boom. It was like a little South Africa. It's so cute. Yeah, my least situation. So.
Yeah. What is yours? Have you thought about it yet?
Do you know what? I feel like mine was the To Be Honest challenge. Mainly because I didn't want to, like, put any couples up for any of the stuff that was being asked. Because they started off nice and it just became savage. And I was like, oh my God, I don't want to say anything. And I felt like naturally we were kind of putting Tina and Chugs. But not because they were a cop-out, but just because, like, you know, the questions they were asking, like, I don't think they should have played that game because...
Yeah, it weren't fair.
It was, like, they weren't in anything strong. So, naturally, it was like, oh, now I kind of have to put your name down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
You don't actually know what people are going to say.
You don't know if they're going to say your name, the reasoning behind it. You don't know what people are going to say. Like, when we try to say stuff, we try to actually give reasons.
But then, in that moment as well, like, you have to react straight away to what someone says.
Yeah, and you're in shock as well because you're like, oh, is this what you've been thinking? Oh, wow, you came out with that real quick. Like,
It can be very
Yeah, out of
awkward.
all couples, why did you choose me? Like, there was a lot of that going on.
It's probably even more awkward, like, after the challenges.
Yeah, because it's like, now we have to address it. You've mentioned, now we have to address it. And this is because of you. Like, that was the vibe that was going on. Naturally, people base what they pick off situations that happen in the villa. We didn't really have situations apart from this Tina situation, which was after most of the games. So people were picking people based off like fights that they seen or, you know, conversations that they heard. Arguments. So that was kind of what it was.
Most you enjoyed the most?
Either Heart Ray or the pie. I loved pieing people.
Yeah, that pie was mad.
I pied Curtis, didn't I?
Yeah. Pie challenge was
and
mad.
Then he thought I was going for Ronnie. I was like, yeah.
What other challenges did you do? Because you done a few challenges before I got there.
Yeah, what else did we do? It feels like ages ago, doesn't it? We played loads of like Truth or Dares, but like there weren't really challenges, were they? They were just like Truth Dares.
Yeah.
Vegas night. Whew.
Yeah, when I saw Vegas night, that looked mad.
That in the villa, that was the craziest night in the villa.
Was it?
It felt like an episode of like EastEnders. Yeah. It was like, you did this, you did that. Oh my God, someone's running while crying. Someone's already having another argument with Tina. Like it was crazy. Like it was as crazy as you watched it.
Looked mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure out, man. I'd probably say Heart Rate.
Yeah, Heart Rate was fun.
Do you know what? Heart Rate was lit because us boys, we was all in the balcony waiting for Curtis to come out.
Yeah, everyone.
And Curtis has come out and he had a blast.
God, I was frightened. I was like, do you know what? Because I was sat with Grace, Eke, and we're just like talking, like, you know, we thought his performance was done. We're like, oh, that was a lot. Then all you see is he slides back in. And we were like, ah!
Hopefully, Curtis's knees have recovered. He's got.
Oh my God, he literally had plasters all over his knees. Yeah. Like, we were like, ow, sorry, Curtis. Yeah, but and if Jason Derulo was
you missed that out.
If that was a challenge, that would definitely be my highlight. I love that. He gave me his jacket. Sorry, Omar.
Oh, fair enough. My jacket, don't worry about my jacket.
And he kissed my hand. Light work.
Yeah, you might have to ask him for that jacket.
I don't even need it. I can have your jacket now.
True.
Yeah. Unless you want me to have Jason's jacket, I'll take it.
No,
I'll take it.
No, I'll take it and I'll sell it somewhere.
eBay.
I'll sell it on eBay. And, yeah.
Okay. Were there any situations or things that people did in Villa that really shocked you?
I feel like being in the Villa it's a whirlwind of emotions.
Yeah.
Like something happens every single day without fail. So to try and remember like things in
I feel like the only kind of big situation that kind of actually shocked me, maybe it was like the Danielle and Curtis situation. That was very shocking in itself, but I feel like obviously we've gone past that. But in the moment, it was like, oh my God, and like, you know, we were just dealing with girl emotions from like Ekin, and like, you know, you guys were dealing with Curtis, and like, it was just a lot of like, we need an answer, and that was very shocking because, you know, it was just out of nowhere, you know. But yeah, it was nice to see them come out of it at the end of it as well, you know, because it was such a big situation in the Villa.
I think even like every time somebody walks through that door, like that's a shocking moment for everybody because nobody, you never expect it. You never know who's walking in, and then you see somebody walk in, everybody's like, oh, like.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
And everyone's
like,
on their toes.
Yeah,
like when someone new comes in, everyone's on their toes. Like sometimes like I could know like a girl does not have any interest in Omar, but it would still keep me on my toes. Because you just never know. You don't know their decision. You don't know what they'll say. You don't know whether they'll go rogue or they'll follow their heart. You just don't know anything. Yeah. When Ekin was the first bombshell, that's why I was like, she's a bombshell because she's ready to take what she wants.
100%.
You know, she's not scared of stepping on toes. Like
when you don't know anybody.
Yeah, but like you know that she has that confidence about her. So I was like, wow, what a first bombshell. Yeah. But in an original series, you don't know who the person is. Anybody, you don't know their personality. So it's like, okay, she can try, but let's see how far she'll get. But then if you see a bombshell, it's like, oh, you know she'll get far. I also you know she's gonna get what she wants.
Original series, because you don't know anyone, you're more on edge. It's like no one trusts as quick as you would on an All-Star series.
Yeah, I guess so. But I feel like this series was definitely like harder to break couples up because you had friends walk in. You had for example, when Chugs came in, everyone knows naturally he's never gonna explore Gabby because he's really close friends with Casey. There was a lot of that going on. There was a lot of rule outs, definitely.
What was it like getting your phone back after the show?
I feel like getting my phone back was very weird. It was very weird. It was like, we're all looking like, oh my God, it's time to get our phones back. And it's like, you just don't know what to expect. You don't know what the public has seen. You don't know, you just don't know anything. And it's like, you have your notifications. I put my phone in DND. I was like, oh my God, I just want to call my mum. I want to call my sister. Just want to call my family and just check in on them. And then deal with everything after. But it was really nice to see all the positivity as well.
There was a lot of positivity. For me, it's weird though, because it's like, obviously before you go in, you're used to having your phone 24/7. So like, you want naturally you hold it and whatever but when I got my phone back I saw the Apple screen turn on. I didn't know I didn't know what app to go to first or do you know what I mean?
Yeah, do you know what kept happening to me when I was typing? I was jumbling my letters. I was like, I don't know how to type anymore. I was like, my Tums wasn't acting, but I kind of miss not even having my phone. Me and the girls were literally saying we need to do at least a day without our phone.
It's
it was
wholesome.
Nice. It was so nice. And you're just relating with each other rather than relate with the internet.
Yeah.
Did you break any Villa rules?
I don't know why I'm laughing.
I feel like during certain times of filming, boys weren't allowed with girls.
Oh yeah.
And we always break.
We weren't defiant, but it just happened, innit?
We weren't the worst ones, but
we weren't.
we weren't Luke and Grace could not stay away from each other. Ever.
Which makes sense.
We couldn't as well. It was like, break it up. And we're like,
got to split us up. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. My thing was probably talking.
Oh yeah.
When there's lights out.
Yeah.
Because I'm a little bit silly. When we're going to bed, I'll play games with the boys.
Yeah. Stop shouting across the
beds. To be honest, Catherine got really annoyed at me because...
Oh my God. So me and Omar's bed was here, and then Casey and Gabby's bed was here. And then, yeah, you can take it on from here.
Like, me and Casey had a thing where we would, like, send messages over to Catherine.
To send to each other, rather than just speaking to each other. So it'd be like, psst, psst, Catherine, can you please tell Casey that I love him? Okay. Then he wouldn't leave me alone. Then I'd say it. Then Casey would be like, okay, tell Omar that I had a very good day with him. And, you know, it was so... And they wouldn't stop. They wouldn't stop. And, like...
Nah, that was funny, though.
Yeah. I was over them, too.
Yeah. She said no. She stopped eventually. Yeah, so.
I did. I had to put my foot down. I was like, focus on me. Not on Casey.
Yeah, I agree. Have you and Casey made up after the Ask the Public challenge? Is that me or you?
It was you. I feel like it's a bit of both, isn't it? Yeah, but I feel like your issues with Casey was more personal because you knew him before, so he was more hurt over you. I knew Casey as well before, but obviously I'm a girl. Yeah. And we weren't boys, you know? And like obviously in that challenge he did speak to me crazy. But I feel like when I spoke to him, I understood him immediately. Like, I knew, like, he didn't mean to get loud. And obviously, I was like, it wasn't nice, and he apologised. So I was like, look, you apologise. I don't hold things. As long as I feel like it's actually coming from the heart.
Then it's cool.
Yeah. And, like, we didn't really want to ask that question anyways. Like...
Yeah,
we asked a question that we thought would like it's just already out there just so that we didn't have to ask a question because it's not nice even picking another couple to ask a question of and it had to be like diversified and I mean like we were truly like we didn't want that situation like that situation wasn't like something that we were like so keen to like yes let's say Casey's a clout chaser, that's fine, like that wasn't how it went but I think he understood that
and
him and Gabby.
I think for me, like, to have that conversation and explain the logic behind why we did it, like, maybe allowed him to understand me way more than he actually would have if I didn't explain it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And
it came from more pure intentions. Not bad.
It weren't nice having a little riff with him, but like, we managed to sort it.
And like where they were so close, like, and you know, they were whispering across the beds, like, that situation, you know, it's like it needed to be sorted. So when they had the paddle, like, funny enough, Casey and Omar met in the game of paddle. So when they resolved it in the game of paddle, it was like, nice. It was very nice. Full circle moment. Who was your favourite and least favourite person to live with? You go first.
Favourite person to live with would have been you.
Oh,
just like,
how cute!
Like we shared like special moments together. Obviously, like we spent a lot of time in the garden. Like naturally, like that would be the only thing for me. Like I think the least. I'm trying to think of like. Oh nah, Curtis. The way Curtis farts is mad. Like it is. It's diabolical. He farted one time and the room stank for like 20 minutes.
Oh God!
So
this is what the boys do. This is what the boys do.
Like, but then if they were asked the same question, they would all say me.
Yeah. Apparently he was farting. I just don't want to hear it.
Allegedly, like... I don't remember.
I don't remember. Allegedly.
Yeah, he does remember. Who was my favourite? I would say you, because obviously I missed everything that was going on, all the drama, like. Omar was like my piece, like it was that break away from everything. Like obviously I'm with the girls 24/7, so honestly all you hear is the drama. So when it's with Omar, I can just be with him and just talk about normal stuff. So definitely like you. Least favourite, to be fair, I'm gonna say Casey. He kept scaring me. He kept farting.
Casey.
He had me screaming. Oh my God, there was a time where this was in the kitchen. He was like, "Do you want chicken?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm coming." I walked into the kitchen. Harry already warmed me. I'm like, "Oh, like I can come in here." I'm kidding you not, there was like a cockroach the size of like this. It looked like a rat. Then he flicked it on me. I was like, ah! I was screaming on top of my voice.
By the way, all the girls like scream relentlessly like
I was
for
probably the
nothing
worst.
as well. By the way,
it
like,
wasn't for nothing.
Flies.
No.
It could be a wood chip.
We had a frog. We had frogs.
Oh yeah, frogs.
We had frogs, and I've never seen a real life frog. I think the fear came from.
Was it your first time seeing a frog?
Yes, I thought like I just used to see them in cartoons.
You never like been to like a pond or anything?
No.
we need to get to a pond and see some frogs.
Yeah. There was a frogs. Like
Yeah,
I know frogs hop. I know, but it's crazy. Like actually seeing frogs hop. Like it was like 1 minute it's there and a 1 minute it's there. Like you just didn't know where it was gonna land, and I think that's where that came from.
So basically, Catherine was surprised that frogs hop.
What were your thoughts on the Elma, Sammy, Ekin, Curtis situation?
Personally, I don't think it was anything that needed to be like blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
I think there was probably just a lot of miscommunication.
Yeah.
Between their conversations, and naturally you're gonna feel a lot of emotion if someone's saying something that you don't agree with.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought like I personally felt like it should have just been all nipped in the bud way quicker.
Yeah.
Rather than just like
it felt like
sleeping on it. And, like, do you know what I mean?
For me especially, like because I was in this from the start with all of them. Yeah. Like for me personally, it was hard because it was just a lot of resolutions, and then we fallen back into the same the same
it's like a
trouble.
squash, then we go again.
We're going
Squash,
again. And like, you know, it was me, Elma, and Ekin at the beginning, you know? So obviously for me, naturally, I hate seeing them fight. I always just want them to understand each other. Like, I just wanted them to come to a resolution because most of the time was a lot of people in each other's ears. And, you know, for me, it's like, okay, I understand you. And I had to check, like, obviously, Elma shot, I check her.
Yeah.
Ekin might get something mixed up. I'll make sure, like, they're understood. And then it'd be squashed and then something else will come up. So it was just like, it just kept going and going and going. But by the end of the day, I feel like everyone just had a lot of love for each other. So when something is done, it hurts deeper. For everyone, you know.
Yeah, because seeing that's not nice, man.
No, it's not
like,
nice.
Especially where like me and you were like right in the middle of everybody.
Yeah, and like we were cool with everyone. So naturally, it's like I don't want to pick sides because, like. I'm not like that anyway. Like I'm not a person that will pick sides and go full force at the other person. I'd rather just live in peace. And most of the time, it's just understanding individuals and learning from individuals. Yeah, because at the end of the day, we are all in this villa together, all new. We didn't know each other from before. We're all learning each other as we go on, and this is a part of our learning process. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Was there anyone that you knew before the villa that came across differently in a good or bad way?
I didn't know anyone before, apart from Liv. But again, that was just like brand trips. I didn't really know everyone. Everyone I kind of met was new, was brand new. I feel like the only thing, probably the Luca Grace situation. I feel like that came out of nowhere.
Random,
and that was like unlike Liv, you know? That's the only thing I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone was quite themselves. Obviously, I only knew Sammy, Ronnie. Actually, no, Ronnie. For me, Ronnie. Like, obviously, we was on season 11 together, and he had his moments where he was a wild cannon.
Yeah.
But like, I think since he came off season 11, he's had a complete U-turn in his like behavior, his actions, his words. Like, he's actually showing Harriet and everybody else how he genuinely feels about her, and it's just nice to see that he's had a complete 360. He's like, he's matured, like. If that makes sense.
I feel like I seen Ronnie mature right in front of me. Yeah. Like in the beginning, how he acted with Elma, I was like, oh God, this is crazy. And then when Harriet came in, you just see a whole different side of him, and this man that just wants to change for this woman. So it was nice to see that, like, that change in front of us. Yeah. What are you most excited for about our relationship outside the villa?
For me, I'm more like excited about meeting each other's families. I would definitely say like that's a massive thing for me because I've never introduced anyone to my family before. And kind of just like spending more time with you. Yeah. Like being away from everybody, not like out and about here at events or what. Like I actually mean just like proper alone time where we can just like get into like the deep conversations.
Yeah, and actually
about
get
a
to
lot
know
of
each other. I
things.
feel like obviously there's a side getting to know each other in the villa, but there's only so much you can learn about each other in that setting. So on the outside, it's just about learning each other more and like just going deeper and like just learning each other and just progressing and seeing how far we go with that.
I agree.
Thanks for watching, guys.
See you later.